Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're having a good day. I'd like to provide you with inspiration today, and our topic is forgiveness. Forgiveness is something that people sometimes talk about, but not so much. But it plays such a big part in our lives, be it relationally, like in close relationships, with spouses, with children, with workmates, um, relationships just come, like forgiveness rather comes up in most relationships, because if you are alive, there's going to be somebody who gets on your nerves, who does something you don't like, and consequently you have a choice. You're faced with a choice of holding on to a grudge even if you don't say anything about it, or forgiving the individual. And the message that I want to give you today is forgive whoever it is, for whatever they've done to you. I was watching an Oprah show many years ago, and I heard one of the speakers talk about forgive unforgiveness being like it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So a lot of the times when people hold on to whatever the issue is, they feel like being unforgiven is actually hurting the other person. But on the contrary, whoever it is you might be holding a grudge against might not even know that you have an issue with them. So you're doing more harm to yourself than you are to them, because they're oblivious, they're living their lives, having a good time, and there you are holding on to unforgiveness. Whenever you see this person or somebody talks about them, in your presence, you just feel your heart palpitating and you feel like a rush of emotions, towards this individual, um, a rush of negative emotions towards this individual. So clearly, you haven't forgiven. Clearly, whatever the situation may have been, it's something you haven't let go of. So, my advice and the advice I'd like to proffer to you today is forgive whoever it is for whatever they've done. Not for their sake, but for your sake, because forgiveness does more for you as an individual than it does for the other person. Because whilst you're holding on to unforgiveness, you're stuck in that particular situation in your mind, because whenever something crops up, you immediately revert back to that situation. So clearly you're stuck. So in order to move forward, forgiveness is a very good way to do so. So just let go of the past, let go of the issues that occurred. If there's anything you can do about it in terms of like taking action steps, by all means do that. But if there's nothing you can do about it, just let it go. Just decide to forgive them, because you are worth it. Unforgiveness can create, ailments in the body. It can affect your health in a really bad way, and it's a cumulative effect. So when you are unforgiven in one situation, maybe nothing happens, but as time goes on, begin to see the effects of that unforgiveness. It's like seasoning meat. Initially, it's quite fresh, but the longer the seasoning stays on, the chicken, for instance, then it becomes more seasoned and you can taste the spices within, that meal. And that's the same thing with unforgiveness. Day one, day two, nothing might happen, but give it a couple of months, couple of years, before you know it, you're seasoned with forgiveness, unforgiveness rather. You're seasoned with issues of the past. You're seasoned with hurt and pain, and so for your own sake, I urge you to let go of the past, to let go of the issues of the past, to forgive this person. If you cannot change them, you can change no one really apart from yourself. But if this person refuses to change, then maybe you need to create some distance and some boundaries between you and this individual to restrict their ability to hurt you over and over again. So forgive the individual and then take action. Whatever you need to do, whatever structures you need to place, um, to protect yourself, then by all means do that. But what you must do is forgive them, because that forgiveness is actually a gift that you give to yourself. It gives you it gives you give by forgiving somebody else, you're giving yourself permission to move on. You're giving yourself permission to have a good life, to have a joyful life, to have a life that's filled with peace and love and hope, and a bright future. Whilst you're, holding on to unforgiveness, you're stuck in the past, and there's nothing you can actually do about the past. You can learn from the past in order to inform your present and your future, but you cannot go back and change the past. So holding on to unforgiveness keeps you in the past. It keeps you in a place where you have no power to change anything. But when you let go and you forgive whoever it is for whatever they've done. You empower yourself to actually look at the situation um, with open eyes, with an open mind, and to take the lessons that need to be learned from that situation and then take action for the future. So it gives you wisdom when you actually forgive. You're able to see things clearly, but you're able to see where you contributed and where the other person contributed, and to inform your future decisions for the wiser, for the better. So all in all, when you forgive, you are ultimately the person who wins, not the other person who hurt you. So for your sake, I say forgive. Okay? From my heart to yours, do stay safe. Until next time, take it easy. Bye.